welcome to another video. This one might be a little bit shaky because I haven't brought my GoPro with me, so I wasn't actually even going to film today, but I thought, why not? We're here at Folly Farm, and this is for the RCCGB Roller Coaster Club of Great Britain event. Park's just opened. I don't think there's any other members here yet. I'm the only person in, so we're gonna go and have a look. The park is open till 5 o'clock, and then when everybody disappears, that's when we get a private hire of all of the rides and attractions. So it's going to be a lot of good fun here at Folly Farm in Pembrokeshire. Let's go and have a look. Now, of course, one of the main events here at Folly Farm, especially for us in the RCCGB, is the Vintage Fairground. They have a wonderful selection of old rides from the 1950s, 60s, 70s, and they are perfectly kept. And of course, you can ride all of them. I don't think I'm going to be able to actually film on them, but it's quite interesting. Some of you will have seen my documentary called All the Fun, a history of the fair. And oddly enough, when I first made that documentary, it became very popular. And I actually received an email from the ride manager at Folly Farm, and they said, we want to show the documentary as part of something that we're putting on in the fairground about vintage fair rides. And of course I said yes. I don't know if it's still playing. It was done like a couple of years ago, and of course I had the old channel, and which is actually going to be this channel, which was the first old channel. It's confusing. But anyway, that's how it was, so I don't know if it's still playing. So what we're going to do is head down to the Vintage Fairground right now. It's going to be a nightmare to film due to copyrighted music and all sorts, but we're going to go in and meet some of the club members and have a look. All of these original slot machines and arcade machines are absolutely fantastic. This one here is quite special. This is the Pelham Puppet dancing machine. We've got Father Christmas in there. Look, it's not focusing on it. Come on, there we go. And various different Pelham puppets, Pinocchio. These were common all over the place, not just in theme parks. You used to get them even in shopping malls, and I can remember seeing one of these. It's not exactly this model, but I think actually they might have the real model later. Anyway, I remember seeing one in the Queen's Market in Rill, which was an old shopping centre which was demolished, and I went in one of its last days, and there was just one of these machines in here. Apparently it's 20p to have a go. Now, whether it actually works or not is another matter, but let's have a go. Look at that! Fantastic, it's in working condition as well, and I think all of these must be. But have a go. These are some of the earliest examples of arcade machines. You probably can't hear a word that I'm actually saying. Oh, we've even got Mystic Maureen here, like one of the very, very popular examples, which was the fortune telling machines. Okay, so this is another example of the classic arcade machine. We've got below 30 or above 30, well above, unfortunately. We're on the date of birth, month of birth is March, sex is male. Let's have a go and see what I am. Romantic. So this here is an original 1960s travelling model ghost train. I actually featured this on my ghost train documentary. It's actually one of my favourite rides here in the park. Very short, but well worth riding if you come here to Folly Farm. Alright, here we go. This is an original. Oh, what a classic! It's had a few modern effects put in here.
Welcome to our haunted house.
Very simple effects, as in keeping with the ghost trains of the day. What a good ride. Alright, I do like this design here for Happy Sweet Baby. Check this out. Oh yes. Right, but it is 50 pence for a go on Happy Sweet Baby. But it does come with free luck. Right, Folly Farm, rules of play. This is the kids' soft play area. And there is nothing on the rules which suggests that adults are not allowed on it. It does say that children must be supervised and that you should wash your hands before using it. But it doesn't say we're not allowed on it. Bloody hell, adults are allowed in the kids' fun house. Right, let's get on with it. When was the last time you were in an actual kids' fun house like this, with adults allowed to be in it? This is just absolutely superb. We're gonna go on the bumper slides. Oh yes, oh yes, can I even fit through this? I can just about fit through it. Oh, there's some other club members trying. Genuinely. Oh, we're in the fun house now. When was the last time you did something like this? Right, I better get down the slide before somebody... Where is... Right. Oh God. Here we go. Here we go. You don't get a match, you just go down it. Way! Woo! Woo! Bloody hell! Right, I've received notice that adults can indeed fit down the funhouse slide. This is the adult that went on the funhouse slide. How was it?
It was a good time, it was okay. Do you want me to do it again?
Well, if you don't mind taking your life in your... He's gone! He's gone! He's gone! He's going to be coming down. Oh dear! Has he got stuck? He's down, look at that. There you go, how was that for entertainment?
It changes direction, it's a bit uncomfortable.
I think I'm going to stick to the bumper slide. I might go over... Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay. See ya! Oh, God.
3 years old, what am I doing?
That was the... He's emerged from the other side.
It's not uncomfortable, my back's a bit sore.
Oh God, no. That's why I've been sticking to this beautiful design of a slide here.
Brilliant.
The classic. I mean, look at that. That is just absolutely a thing of beauty.
Indeed. And you get some airtime on that.
Yeah. Oh, I got loads of airtime on that, yeah. So Folly Farm was actually started in 1987, which is the year I was born, oddly enough, by Glyn Williams, I believe, and his wife. And everything that you see in front of you now has actually been a family farm for 3 different generations. And they decided to move into the leisure world, and of course that is what we've got. Look how busy the car park is now. We're just on the big wheel here at Folly Farm, known of course as the Folly Wheel. And I think it's absolutely stunning. You can even see right out almost to sea here from the top. I don't know how well it's showing on this camera. I think simple little joys like this, little rides like this, don't need to be... Sorry, I haven't had anything to drink all day. The rides don't need to be, you know, great big roller coasters, great big attractions to bring you joy. Just something nice and small like this. Sometimes that's all it needs to be. And I think this little wheel's lovely. It's so well painted as well. We'll just have a look at that now. Look at how well kept all of these rides and attractions are. Now it's coming back down. Are we going to get a 2-lap, or is it just going to be the one at Barry Island? It was like about 5 tokens or 4 tokens, and you only got the 1 rotation. We are going round again, I think. Here we are. on the Folly wheel. Alright, this is a bit weird in here. It's the indoor picnic area, but there's literally nobody in here, and there's just strange noises. It's a bit like one of those liminal spaces. In fact, it's exactly like one of those liminal spaces. In fact, you could go as far as saying it is a liminal space. Isn't that strange? Theme parks are often full of these type of strange liminal places. It means a place in between. It comes from the word limen, and it's associated with rites of passage in various tribes and cultures. And for us, online, there's all these pictures of places exactly like that just feel off. You know, we've seen the back rooms pictures and things like that. And a liminal space, it can just be a hotel corridor, or it can be a strange time in between moving, for example, or in between childhood and adolescence even. Alice in Wonderland represents certain elements of liminal spaces, and yet we just feel there's something off. We expect this, for example, to be filled with people having picnics, and just look at it. They've kind of got that strange, eerie quality to it, which is actually obviously not the main thing that draws people to theme parks, not in the slightest, but if you hunt around, you can usually find some odd, silent place where no footsteps have walked upon, even though just out there, out in the sun, thousands of people shout and scream and eat. In here, there is only silence and memories. Folly Farm is, of course, first and foremost a zoo. It actually started just with the farm animals because, like we say, it was a working farm, so they had like a petting farm, and it's moved on to not just the fairground but a full-fledged zoo. There's a monkey in here, we've got some lions round the corner, we've got all sorts of things, giraffes to see. That's why I've brought my proper camera with me. So we're just going to go and see what we can see. Of course, zoos kind of live or die based on whether the animals are visible on the day. Penguins have got to be one of the most consistently easy animals to film at zoos. And here, strangely enough, you can actually see a little peek behind the scenes. I don't know if this is always open or not. Let's go and have a look. So it seems to be water pumping stations and things like that, all for the keeping of the penguins. It's making quite a noise. And there's like a great big tank or something there. Not quite sure really what any of that is, but I think there might actually be another penguin enclosure around here. To Folly Farm than what you originally think. We've got here Mission Madagascar, we've got an aviary over there, there's supposed to be meerkats over there but we couldn't see them, and it's still only 2:30. Now we've got until 5 o'clock until the park closes and everybody gets turfed out, apart from us of course with our club badges and all the rest of it. So we're still just looking around until the time when we get the private hire of the fairground. Now I'm not sure what type of animals are visible in here, but we'll go and have a look. For about 2 seconds, I actually thought that was a model until I started breathing. That's quite impressive, isn't it? That is absolutely brilliant.
I would like to be the one on the bottom.
No.
Oh, get off! He looks like one of them Muslim brushes.
Right, here we go.
But the one that goes down the toilet, you mean?
Into the African aviary. You know, I don't think I've done this part of the park for years. I
can't remember coming in here.
Oh, because it's basically like a bird hide. This is where you bring the real camera to do the old zoom. Oh, it's flown off.
Look at that haircut.
That is amazing. Okay, we have another liminal space here at Folly Farm. There's supposed to be rhinos in here, but they are nowhere to be seen. There's just the big punch bag looking thing in the middle, which is where they get their food out of, I think. And there is not a single rhino to be seen. So you can really see here how well themed some of these enclosures are at Folly Farm. This is the Asian wild dogs. We've got all this lovely stuff on here, and there are the actual dogs just having woken up right now. And look at this amazing bit of play area that they've got, and a little hut to go in and everything. So anybody concerned about small enclosures or anything like that, you don't need to worry here. They have absolutely fantastic places to live and to play.
So we're just on the actual land train ride now, which takes you right out into the actual farmland surrounding Folly Farm. And there's these beautifully themed little huts here, which are actually shelters for the animals. And you can really see here Folly Farm's history as an actual working farm. So this coming up here is themed as the village blacksmith. This is actually really interesting because at one point almost every crossroads in rural Britain would be home to the clinking and smoking, sparking of the village blacksmith. There's something magical and mysterious about a smithy. I absolutely love them. The sights, scents and sounds of these places, which have now basically vanished from our countryside. Well, there's this one coming up here. So this is the cobbler's look, another vanished rural tradition, the Folly Farm cobblers. Absolutely brilliant. And here's some all manner of sheep and some goats, all out in these lovely enclosures. It's going to play copyrighted music.
So this is what I was talking about. This is exactly the same puppet machine that was actually there at the Queen's Market in Rill. Just look at this original design, isn't it just fantastic? We've even got the Wicked Witch in there. It's 20p instead of 10p for some reason. And it's not working! Oh no! Honestly. Oh, never mind. But this was the one that was actually in the Queen's Market in Rill. Isn't that fantastic? So we've got here a little display of a showman's wagon actually belonging to showman Charles Heel, and it's been beautifully restored for us to have a look at. So here we are. This is the traditional showman's wagon. So for so many months of the showman's life, they would live in here, travel and live with their rides, and they would build them up and pull them down at all stops along the route. It was, of course, a very difficult life, and yet there is a faded glamour and glory to it as well. It still goes on today. I think people assume that the fair just appears overnight and disappears just as fast, where it actually doesn't. All of these rides are the lifeblood of the showman, and they take such great care in living with them and travelling with them, building them up, putting them down. It's really quite a wonderful thing. There he is there, look. This is the man whose wagon we've just seen, and his wife there. It looks like they were travelling with gallopers, which is, I mean, you've seen the gallopers here. They are just the absolute best, the most striking symbol of the fairground. Now, I wonder if this is this year's travelling display, which means that sadly my documentary is not playing anymore as it used to be. There's a little bit more information on Charles Heel there. for anybody that's interested. Looks like that bit's fallen off.
Okay guys, Folly Farm has closed. The last few visitors are just leaving now. It's actually very, very eerie now that the park has closed and everybody's gone home. But believe you me, it won't be quiet for long.
Alright, we just had a fantastic first ride on the ERS here on the marvellous Caterpillar at Folly Farm. I'll tell you what, this seatbelt was pretty tight. Right, let's go round again. Alright, next ride, it's going to be the fantastic jet, where you can actually lift the plane up and down using this lever right here. Right, here we go, here we go. It's remarkably good fun. It's a very simple ride. You can make it go right down again as well. Here we go.
Sit in the middle of it.
Right, it's time for the Coronation Speedway. I'm not going to get the camera out on this one because there's nothing to grab onto. I have to hold on tight, so it would probably be good night Vienna. So Rachel's got the camera out over there though. It's a Super 8! It's amazing! Right, it's time for the Walther. One of the most classic rides in the park after all. Here we go. Ah! Oh, it's not much spin so far. Oh, here we go, here we go. Oh yeah. It's the classic Dodgems. So if you haven't guessed, this is literally non-stop, one ride after the other with no gaps or anything in between whatsoever. So we're straight on, straight from the Walther onto the Ghost Train, onto this, and no rest in between. Definitely one of the most classic fairground rounds of all time as well, the classic Dodgems. Again, it's probably not one that I can actually film on, just due to the fact that, you know, I'm literally driving, I'm being smashed into. So let's get going. Here we go, we're getting ready, we're almost there. Right, here we go, so release the pedal. And again! And once more! So I did say it was without break, but we are getting a break for dinner. We're back at the kids' soft play area from earlier. But it's actually for the cafe this time. This is the only break that you get during the entire private hire exclusive ride session. And oh, well, whew, you need it, absolutely.
Well, I had the Uber option. So in the same
Beef chicken or...
Right, that was the quick lunch break over. It's time to get back to the riding. I think it's the Chairaplanes next, so here they are. Let's get on them. Alright, so here we are on the classic Chairaplanes here at Folly Farm. Woo! You can't beat it. And next, it's the fantastic Gallopers! Right, next it's time time for one of my favourite rides in the park, the Cyclone, also known of course as the Sizzler. Absolutely beautiful vintage variety of the ride. It's starting to get tiring as well, I'll tell you that. It's the cakewalk. It's up and down. So it's a very vintage ride where you just literally walk up and down in a fashion supposed to represent the walking of high society. It's quite exhausting actually. Group photo time. Here we go. And so there we go. Folly Farm has now closed for the second time tonight after our exclusive ride session. That was just pure energy and joy all the way through. The whole park's now very quiet and silent apart from us coaster crazy nutters who are still here and coming back now towards the car park. Well, it was brilliant, you know, I mean, if you've enjoyed the video, it's a bit different, isn't it? Hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you again soon on another video.
I'm driving around.
You'll have to drive all the way back, won't you?
Yeah.